Hello. This is a short little practice to help you de-stress a little bit and maybe soften some tension that you might be experiencing in your face, in your neck, and your shoulders. So I invite you to start by observing your breath. And so you'll bring one hand onto your chest and one hand onto the upper belly. And now you can do this with eyes open or closed, whatever feels more comfortable to you. And can you pay attention to your breath on purpose? Noticing the inhale, the exhale. Maybe you're drawn to the movement happening underneath your hands. Perhaps it's the sound of the breath that calls your attention to it. Or maybe it's the sensation. So at the nostrils, in the throat. Just take a moment to be present to your breath, knowing that each time you pay attention to each individual breath, you're bringing yourself into the present moment, as you can't inhale in the past or exhale in the future. So you're just taking a moment to be right here, right now, with your breath. And now see if you can kind of observe the movement underneath your hands. And for you in this moment, does it feel like it's coming more from the chest, more from the belly, equal? Maybe it's very little movement. And so with that information, can you invite a little bit more movement in the bottom hand, so in the belly? When you breathe more from the belly, from the diaphragm, it can often have a relaxing effect on your nervous system. So can you perhaps soften the movement of the top hand a little bit so that there's a little bit more movement in the bottom hand? But no forcing, no pushing, just an invitation. One more moment here, watching the breath. And then we're going to create a little movement in the neck and shoulders to kind of free up some of the tension. So you're going to slowly bring your shoulders up towards your ears and then roll back and down. Inhaling to lift the shoulders up. Exhale to melt them back and down. Now today, it might feel really nice to keep this small and just more in the shoulder blades. Or if you're feeling like you would like to make it a little bit bigger and it's okay on your shoulders, you could put your hands on your shoulders and circle around through the elbows, feeling a sense of opening the chest as the elbows go back. And then if you're feeling like you would like to make it bigger still, you can circle your arms. And it kind of has this quality as if you were taking off a sweater. So let yourself do a few more pass-throughs here, trying to create a little bit of movement in the neck, the shoulders, the upper back. And then the next time you find the shoulders back and down, rest. See if you notice if there's any change in how you're feeling in the neck and the shoulders. And then we'll do a neck stretch. Please bring your hands onto your breastbone, and you're going to give it a little bit of pull down. So a little bit of traction here. A lot of our neck muscles are actually connected to this breastbone, our sternum. So we're going to pull down, and then let yourself turn your head to look towards the right, pausing when you feel a gentle stretch in the left side of the neck. Maybe pull that left shoulder back a little bit. And then from here, nod your chin down and up. So a gentle yes nod. And notice, where do you get the best stretch for you at this moment? Is it chin up, level, down? And then wherever that is, take a few breaths here. You might be very content just keeping the hands on the breastbone. If you'd like to drop your left shoulder down more, you could reach that left hand down. You could reach out through the heel of the hand. Another variation, if it feels comfortable on your shoulders, to turn that palm to face back and rest that hand onto your back. And then the last element you can choose to add or not add is your right hand could come to rest onto the crown of your head. And it's just a gentle resting here. You're not pulling or forcing the head down. Let yourself take a few more breaths, feeling a sense of the left ear reaching away from the left shoulder melting down away from the ear. And then bring yourself back into center. And take a moment. Notice, how does that side of the neck feel? Has there been any change in sensation? And then we'll come over to the other side. So again, bring your hands onto your breastbone. Do a little bit of a pull downward here. And then we're going to turn our gaze over to the left. Pause when you start to feel a stretch in the right side of the neck. You can pull that right shoulder back a little bit if that is useful. And then nodding your chin up and down. Notice on this side, where does it create a nice line of opening? And check in. If that feels really nice, right where you're at, stay here. And a reminder, some other variations here are you could reach the right hand down. You could reach out through the heel of the hand. Perhaps you turn the palm of that right hand back, and then you can tuck it behind your back. But if there's any sharpness in the front of the shoulder, just bring that hand down. It could rest on your lap or back to your chest. And then if you would like to add the right hand onto the top of the head, you can do so, but again, you're not cranking your head over to the side. It's just the weight of the hand deepening the stretch. And with your breath, can you feel a sense of that right ear reaching away from the right shoulder? As you exhale, that right shoulder reaching down the back. See if you can relax and soften your jaw. And then when you feel ready to come on out of it, come back into center. And now notice how this side feels. Noticing if the stretch changed anything in a positive direction for you. And if it did, know that you can always come back to this. Now the last thing I'm going to offer, I will acknowledge, it's a little silly, but it does help relax tension in your jaw. And it has this expression of letting go. So if you're storing up a lot of tension, it's a fun way to release. And if you don't want to do it, you can just laugh at me, and that might even be relaxing, okay? So this is called lion's breath. And what you're going to do is you make soft fists. These are your paws. And in a moment, we're going to inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to roar, stick out our tongue, and spread out our paws. All right? So we will do this 3 times. So I invite you to take a breath in. And again, you can laugh. Okay, inhale. One more here. And then just relax the arms. You can open and close the jaw a little bit, release any more tension you have there. And now check in with you. See how things feel. And I hope that some of these techniques have reduced your stress a little bit, maybe ease some of the tension you might be feeling in your head, your face, your shoulders. And may you be well. I look forward to seeing you soon.